Lancer Nation, it is about time to start the course selection and enrollment process for the next school year. And this video will outline certain information that you might need and questions that you might be asking, hopefully giving you a start on some answers. There's a lot of information that will be handed out to students during advisory, and during class time, a lot of information will be shared about course offerings. This information is also available on our Student Services website, as well as our Shawnee Mission East Course Options website for students and families to explore. So let's get right into some of the key information as we begin to look to next year and enrolling and choosing classes for your individual plan of study. So we can start by looking at what we can expect in this process. And at this point, we're looking at the beginning of the semester here, some basic information that has been provided. On January 8th, we looked particularly at some information about your individual plan of study. And today we're talking about different ways that you can access information about courses. On January 13th, today, we have 8th grade presentations and an 8th grade visit. So those future Lancers are experiencing what it is to be a part of our community, and then they begin the process of enrolling and choosing classes for next school year. And between January 27th and February 11th, your counselor will be meeting with you individually for a short period of time for us to go over those courses that you've selected and put into Skyward. By February 20th, we will have finalized all of those course requests. And then from March through May, we begin building the schedule and putting people into the schedules that they best fit based on student interest. So there's a lot of information between now and mid-February when you meet with your counselor to make sure that we have choices that are based on your preferences as we build our main schedule for next school year. All of the information about our courses has been put together by our teachers and staff here at Shawnee Mission East and put on this course options website. When you go to the link that's noted here, you will be able to navigate through our Student Services Canvas webpage, and you'll be able to quickly see the descriptions for each department and each of the courses that are offered. This website will have a lot of information that can get you some quick answers, as well as contact information for teachers that you can reach out to if there are specific questions about a course. If you're wanting to explore a pathway or a course that you're interested in, this is the place to go and ask those questions as we move forward. There is a lot of information and a lot of places to start, and some of that has already been done in your advisory classroom with your course planner, with your 4-year plan that Mr. Dusick helped outline. We always want to make sure that students are working towards fulfilling their 4-year plan based on their interest and achieving those goals in their individual plan of study. That really begins in that exploration in Zello, and it also can be from these conversations that we've had in advisory. Zello has information about careers and potential interests that you might want to explore, and we have lots of programs that can help you explore some of those things even in high school. So that can happen inside of Zello and all these other resources. There are some career pieces to help you on your way, as well as your U-Science report. Both of these together put in your hands a significant amount of information in terms of being able to develop a path and walk forward here at the Shawnee Mission School District in terms of your particular plan of study. We also want you to take a look at graduation requirements to make sure that you're following suit with those graduation requirements. And if you're thinking about a college or university, looking at what the region's admission requirements are in the state of Kansas is a great place to start, as well as probably the best information you're going to get is from your current teachers about courses to explore in this sequence. Let's talk particularly about the Shawnee Mission School District graduation requirements. Please remember that those of you that are in the class of 27 have a different set of graduation requirements than those in the class of 28, 29, and 30 and beyond. We've changed our graduation requirements slightly because the state of Kansas changed graduation requirements, and those can be accessed at the link below and also on the Shawnee Mission School District website. We also want to pay particular attention to the Kansas Board of Regents qualified admissions requirements. This is not a required curriculum for admission, but it does give you a good sense of what is necessary for college level and beyond. The Kansas Scholars curriculum is outlined here, which, with a certain set of performance indicators on your transcript and in standardized testing, can actually get you a little bit of scholarship money. But really, these 4 units of English and 4 units of math and 3 units of social studies and 3 units of science, 2 units of a foreign language are all really great markers for a college preparatory curriculum within those requirements and beyond. A lot of people often ask, what level of program should I explore here at Shawnee Mission East? And how do I determine what I should enroll in? Is it a regular or an honors class, an AP or an IB program, or CTE programs at our Center for Academic Achievement, their programs? There are so many opportunities on this individual path for you that there are some of these pieces that are going to make decisions around, and there might be topics that each of these courses has some distinction. So we want you to explore what might be the difference between an honors or a regular or AP versus IB that are outlined in the course options website. Please pay particular attention to where the departments have indicated what an honors class looks like versus an on-level class. And that's going to give you some more information and very specific information to that particular content. We really hope that the website is a go-to for everybody to get some questions answered. If there's further questions, you can always reach out to the contact person listed as we begin to walk through these next couple of weeks. If you do have questions, like I said, contact the teacher listed on those slides. You can reach out to your counselor to discuss the kind of process and timeline. If you're considering the IB program or need more information about that, please reach out to Ms. Landry, our IB coordinator. If you have questions about AP, you can reach out to the teachers directly, or you can reach out to our real-world learning counselor, Mr. Jim Dusick, to be able to get those AP questions answered. If you have questions about math sequence, lots of opportunities there, but hopefully your current math teachers have already had that discussion with you to make course recommendations for the next school year. You can always have that discussion about what the next should be with your math class and in that class with your teacher. Your counselors will be giving you course planning forms, kind of like the one you see here on the screen. They are known as course cards, and each student will have a physical course card that we ask students and parents to fill out. What you see here is a freshman 9th grade version, and as you get further along in your educational career, you get more options and more openings in your schedule. But it is important that you fill out this card and make sure it's signed, and that you also list alternates and interests that you may have, because as we build our schedule, we can't always guarantee that everybody gets their first choice. When we have as much information as possible on these course cards, it helps us be able to build a main schedule based on your goals and your opportunities that you've outlined throughout your high school career. It's important to fill these pieces out and get those done and ready for your counselor meeting when we have those in the coming weeks. You are going to be asked to turn that into a particular teacher, either your social studies teacher or ELA teacher. They will communicate that to you, but those course cards are important when you meet with your counselor to verify that you've input that information into Skyward. You will be asked to enter your courses request directly into Skyward, and those pieces will be outlined directly by our student services team in the next couple of days. Those pieces are pretty simple and straightforward, but it's going to be very important that you enter the courses in Skyward appropriately, because when we build our main schedule off of those course requests, that will be important information. You will have two pieces. One, you'll have your course card that you will have in your discussion with your counselor, and you will also then have already entered your courses into Skyward so that your counselor can work with you to ensure that you've got the right courses and graduation requirements and the best path forward as you register for next year's courses. Whenever there's any questions, there's really two places that you should look if you're exploring courses. Go to the course options website, and if you have any other questions about college planning, college reps, dual credit enrollment, financial aid, or all of the different kinds of information, our student services staff has put together a wonderful one-stop shop on their Canvas page. So please take a moment to look through that process. There's a lot of information and there's a lot of great opportunity. We are excited that the enrollment process is beginning and there's a lot of information at your fingertips. Please don't hesitate to ask any questions as you walk through this process. We hope that this gives you as much information as possible to make the next step decisions for you and your student as easy as possible. We've got lots of paths in the Shawnee Mission School District. We've got lots of paths at Shawnee Mission East, and we are excited to start this process with you and your family in preparation for next school year.